During a period when the mighty Roman Empire dominated the world and idol worship was widespread, those who believed in the oneness of Allah faced severe persecution. Among the empire's elite were 7 young men who, despite their high status, secretly held true faith in their hearts. Unable to remain silent any longer, they bravely stood before the emperor and proclaimed, "Allah is one." Despite threats and intimidation, they stood firm in their belief, refusing to renounce their faith. Realizing the danger they were in, these young men decided to flee. They found refuge in a cave, accompanied by a loyal dog. Trusting completely in Allah, they sought His protection. Miraculously, Allah caused them to fall into a deep sleep that lasted for centuries. What felt like a single day to them was, in reality, over 300 years in the world outside. When they finally awoke, the young men were unaware of how much time had passed. Their bodies were unchanged, and they felt as if they had only slept a short while. It was only when they tried to use their old coins in the marketplace that they realized the truth. Generations had come and gone, and their story had become legend. The Qur'an recounts this extraordinary event in Surah al-Kahf, highlighting the unique way time passed for the sleepers. The verses describe how the sun's rays would shift away from the cave, keeping them safe and preserved. Their dog guarded the entrance, and anyone who saw them would have been struck with awe. The Qur'an also notes the difference between lunar and solar years, explaining the 300 and 309-year figures, and hints at a deeper understanding of time, perhaps even a different dimension or a suspended state. As some scholars suggest, this story is not just a tale of miraculous sleep, but a profound lesson in faith, patience, and the power of Allah. While the world outside changed dramatically, the young men remained untouched by time, protected in a special part of the cave. Their unwavering belief and Allah's mercy turned them into a timeless symbol of courage and trust in the face of oppression. Take a moment to subscribe to our channel so you can receive daily reminders that strengthen your faith. Insha'Allah, from a scientific perspective, it's actually possible for time to move at different rates depending on where you are. For example, if someone were to travel in a spacecraft close to the speed of light or near a massive object like a black hole, time would slow down for them compared to people elsewhere. This means that while only a day might pass for the traveler, centuries could go by in the outside world. The story of the people of the cave, Ashab al-Kahf in the Qur'an, can be seen in this light. For them, time seemed to pause, and their statement that only a day or less had passed makes perfect sense in this context. It's possible that the cave where they slept had unique physical or cosmic properties that caused time to flow differently there. Modern physics, especially Einstein's theory of relativity, tells us that time is not absolute. As speed increases, time slows down, and in extreme environments like near a black hole, time can nearly stop. Quantum mechanics also introduces the idea that objects can exist in multiple states or times at once. While most scientists agree that traveling to the past is not possible, moving forward in time, at least in a relative sense, is supported by current theories. This could explain how the young men of Ashab al-Kahf experienced only a short period. While the world outside moved on by hundreds of years, the Qur'an describes their cave as a special place, protected from sunlight and the elements, which may have helped preserve their bodies. Some scholars interpret the verses to mean that the young men were in a unique part of the cave, almost like a suspended space where normal rules of time didn't apply. The Qur'an also mentions that if someone had seen them, they would have been struck with fear, possibly because their bodies or the environment had changed in strange ways due to the unusual passage of time. Sufi thinkers, such as Ibn Arabi, have long discussed the idea that time is not a fixed reality but a perception, a kind of veil. In their view, Allah exists outside of time. He sees all moments, past, present, and future, as a single reality. This concept is similar to what science describes inside a black hole. where the usual flow of time breaks down and all moments can exist together. The story of Ashab al-Kahf is not just a tale of miraculous sleep, but a profound sign of Allah's power over life, death, and time itself. It serves as a reminder that resurrection is possible. Just as Allah preserved these young men for centuries and then awakened them, He can bring the dead back to life on the Day of Judgment. The story also demonstrates the deep connections between spiritual truths and scientific discoveries, showing that faith and reason can both point to the wonders of creation.